Welcome back to the University of Life, the 12 Loves, love number 10. And we just finished up with unconditional love, the archetypal maternal love, where like you belong here no matter what. And that's beautiful and essential for emotional formation and foundation and everything. And now we're going to take the other side, also essential, possibly just as essential in our modern world, actually maybe more essential because we are so lacking in understanding of it. And this is the archetypal paternal love, the thing that traditionally or stereotypically you get from your father, even though it ideally it comes from both, from everyone, from anyone who loves you. And this is called, you could call it conditional love, but that's not quite right. You could call it earned love, but I like the word merited, like you deserve it. Merited love. And here's what it's based on. It's not based on like everybody gets a trophy no matter what. Okay? That's problematic, as you probably know. It's instead based on look what you did in a good way. Not like when you make a big mess. It's like look what you accomplished. You can do hard things. I'm proud of you. How many of you didn't have a parent who told you that? I'm proud of you. Or maybe they said it, but you were too old and you weren't able to receive it. I'm proud of you. Okay? This is crucial, formative, because here's a news flash. As your kids, as you get out in the world, you're going to have to do hard things. I don't care who you are. You're going to have to do hard things. And if you've done it before, and if you've been acknowledged for it, and if especially like a parent figure who's like authority figure, who's like they're like God, right? When you're little, like they're the ones who know everything. They're people who you're depending on to be perfect, even when they are not. And if they say, "Wow, look what you did! I'm proud of you. I'm impressed. You can do this." Now there are a lot of teachers who know this, and they don't tell. They've learned wisdom. You don't tell your student, Susie, you are so smart. You're going places, kid. That can be damaging because, it's good for them to think they're smart, but if they think, oh, I'm smart, I got it made. I don't have to work. That's a problem. So but if instead what they say is like, look what you did. You worked really hard on that, didn't you? And then you succeeded. That reinforces this awareness, this like epiphany, like, oh, if I work hard, things will happen. I will succeed. Because guess what? When you get in the real world, intelligence alone, don't cut it. I taught college for 15 years, right? And I remember going to college. High school was so easy back then. Nothing like what my niece tells me about. She's studying these days. Wow, I don't know what I would have done with that much demand. She's really smart though. And I got to college, and it was also, I guess my first quarter in college, like I actually got like a C+ GPA. Never again, because then I reset my expectations. I'm like, oh, I actually have to study and stuff like that and stay on top of things. So then, I finished up much better. And then I got to my first quarter in grad school, and I had this really demanding professor. Like I actually didn't renew his contract because there were so many complaints about it. And I wrote a paper, and he turned it back, and and the last time I got my paper back, I finally understood what he expected. He thought I was studying English for my master's degree, writing and teaching, and he expected me to be an expert on Freud, on Bettelheim, on a couple other things. And I was like, oh. And what happened was I just changed my expectation, my self-expectation to that, and the rest of grad school, for the most part, was a breeze, just because that's what I expected of myself. So if you expect yourself to work hard and then succeed, that's a ticket for success. If you're just smart and you don't know how to work hard, that's a ticket for frustration and some misery and some failures. And a lot of people being like, I thought you were smart. Why can't you do this, right? It's an important skill. And this merited love, this recognition of you can do hard things is a big way how you get that. Also, by the way, that whole everyone gets a trophy, you're all so precious. A lot of people do that because they want to convey self-esteem. But that is not how self-esteem happens. That's others' esteem, like someone else thinks I'm great, right? And when everyone gets it, kids are smart. They see right through it, and they're like, well, it's meaningless, right? So how you get self-esteem is to do something hard and realize, hey, I can do stuff. Every time I say that phrase, we can do hard things, I remember I got invited over to my friend's family's home for dinner one Sunday, and on her parents' fridge there was a one of those times we can do hard things, and the kids had written in between and changed it to, we can pay people to do hard things, which I think is hilarious. But and it's great to be able to pay people to do hard stuff, but there's sometimes you can't pay anybody. You're stuck with it. You got to do it yourself. And in general, if you feel competent, you're going to walk around more confidently and happy in life in general, and you'll be more attractive and more secure and all those good things. So we do need this merited love. It's greatly missing in our society because people don't know about it, but now you know about it, and you can foster it in other people, and you can observe it and learn it for yourself if you don't already have it. Do something hard, even if it's a little baby step, and then acknowledge yourself. I just did that, and I'm fine. I'm in one piece. That wasn't bad. And then do it again, and just keep inserting that in, and it'll eventually get into your subconscious photograph of the universe, and you'll believe it, and it'll work out great. And if you got kids, they are going to have to do hard things in ways that you didn't have to maybe when you were a kid, because life, I don't know how old you are, but it's getting more complicated in certain ways, and more difficult in certain ways, subtle ways. So if you want to love your kids, you got to prepare them for that world. You got to prepare them to have the confidence, the self-esteem that says, I can do this, and I will. So that's it for merited love. Next one, we're getting on to another different type, which some people wouldn't even think of as love, but I think it's so significant. It belongs in our group, and we'll touch on that next. So do your homework. See you in the next video. Love you. Bye.